Hi everyone, and welcome to Online Composition 1030 Summer 2016. My name's Melody and I'm going to be your teacher this summer. We'll be working together to understand the basics of academic thinking, understanding rhetoric, and writing rhetorically and academically for both your college experience and for the world. So I hope that you'll be able to learn some really interesting things and find out a little bit more about yourself as a writer. But before we delve into all of that, I wanted to take a few minutes to help get you acquainted with the course. So you can see this is the course calendar. This is the place that will always have the most up-to-date information and will help keep you on your toes to make sure that you've got the assignments in as they need to be in. And you will notice in the first couple of weeks of class, we do have quite a bit of assignments. One of those reasons is because this is an online class. It is online and during the summer. All of the information for 16 weeks of normal classes has been shrunk into our tiny little 6-week section. This does mean that everything moves at an accelerated pace. So you'll have multiple assignments due weekly, you'll be working on perhaps more than one thing at once, and you'll have to kind of balance and find a routine that works best for you. So before I get into the specifics of different assignments and things like that, I wanted to just give a brief overview of how to navigate the course. So the course opens to the Blackboard calendar, which will always be the most up-to-date place for you to get information. And then over here, you'll notice there's a button that says Start Here. So go ahead and start here. And you will have clicked this because that is how you're listening to this little video. Over here, you'll find a basic overview of what's happening in the course. So you'll find a syllabus, a link to the syllabus, a course map, general policies, and things like that. Learning materials, so if you haven't gotten your textbook yet, or if you forget how to do something and you want a quick look at directions, there are some miscellaneous directions there for you. And going back to the Start Here homepage, you can look through the course objectives. Here's information about ADA requirements and other student support. And then finally, if you click here, it will take you to getting started with Unit 1. And you'll notice over here on the left-hand column, I've tried to organize everything as best as possible to make it easy for you all to access. So you'll see the Start Here, of course, my information, Remind, sign up, so I will talk about that in a little bit, the course calendar, and the course syllabus. And then it moves on to the different units. You'll notice that we're doing 4 units this summer, and you'll see the title of the unit as well as the dates that we'll be working on these units. And then student tools. So here's a link to the Composition 1030 YouTube channel, the Facebook discussion group, Google Drive for peer reviews, announcements, your grade center, and instructions for optional extra credit. And then finally, there's some support information for you. The library, Blackboard help, frequently asked questions, and different tools that you can utilize for yourself. So I'm going to let you explore that a little bit on your own. I really think that one of the best ways to navigate Blackboard is just to kind of get in there and dig in there. And that's what I strongly recommend that you do. Click around, see what you find. If you think you accidentally clicked something that you shouldn't have, I can usually correct it. I have yet to not be able to correct something. So don't be frightened to just kind of jump in and see what's going on. So I want to give you an overview of what the unit looks like. So we're going to start with Unit 1 because that's what we'll be starting with. So at the top of each unit, there's a small section, what are we doing and why are we doing it? I understand that there's so much information in the world today pulling us in different ways, and I really want to make sure that you understand why we're talking about the things that we're talking about and see application across your education and your life, not just in the context of our class, because the skills that you're practicing here really should be used in your other college classes, and you can use them in your day-to-day life. So we'll start with that. And then you'll see the objectives and assignments. So anytime I hover over something and that finger pointer pops up, that means that there's more information there. So click the title link, and you will see the objectives for the unit. And you will also see your what do I do, when is it due list. This information is also on the syllabus, and this is the most thorough and exhaustive list of what to do and how to do it. So you'll see you should watch the Start Here video, sign up for the class Facebook, take the syllabus quiz, and then over here you can see the different due dates. And I think this will really help keep you organized. And so this information is in every unit. So you'll want to click that before you get started with the content of the unit in order to ensure that you're doing it correctly in the correct order. Scrolling down after objectives and assignments, you'll see the Facebook discussion prompts. So I have a quick video for you here. What are they? How do they do it? So you'll want to watch this before beginning your discussions. The weekly discussion post participation guidelines for your secondary discussion posts, and then Unit 1 discussion posts. So if I click this file, it opens in a Word document, and you can see here there are some general rules for, not rules, but guidelines for your discussions. These stay the same pretty much for every discussion unit, for every unit. You have generally between Wednesday and Friday to write your primary discussion posts, and then your secondary discussion posts, interactions with peers, follow-up questions, etc., are typically due Sunday nights by 11:59 p.m. So of course, you can always work ahead, right? If you know that you're going to be out of town and you want to get all of the Facebook discussion posts done, you are more than welcome to do that. And one thing about Facebook, I know that many people are kind of reluctant to use their Facebook for academics. I will tell you that you only have to use it for this class, for the duration of the class. The group is private, so no one outside of our group can see what you're posting or how you're interacting with the group. And finally, you don't have to friend me, and you don't have to friend your peers in order to participate in the discussion. It's primarily a discussion base for us to talk with one another in a slightly less clunky way. The Blackboard discussion groups just aren't that great, so we'll be using Facebook. And of course, if you have any problems or questions about that, just let me know. And then back to the Unit 1 discussion. After I scroll past the general instructions, you'll see the different discussion prompts. And these are also reiterated for you on the course calendar and the syllabus detailed unit plan. So going back to the Unit 1 home folder, you'll notice everything is kind of organized chronologically. So we look at the Facebook discussion prompts. The first task that you'll be doing in the class is the syllabus quiz, and you'll want to mark that reviewed once it's done by clicking the little check mark. And then, that's out of order. And then there's a quick video about the rhetorical triangle, which you'll watch. And then I've posted, for each of the units, you'll be writing a journal, and I've posted here a quick video about how to post a journal entry, which includes instructions for accessing the journals. So one thing that's not in Unit 1, you'll notice, is an essay. This is because I wanted to give you more time to work on the large research paper, which is Essay 3, and I thought we could have these discussions and interact with each other rather than writing a formal essay. So we'll be using the skills that we talk about and learn about in Unit 1 in the rest of the essays for the summer. So you can kind of get the overview of what we're doing here. So you'll notice one thing that's different here is there's an assignment sheet because there is an essay for this. So when I click on the assignment sheet, it will open. And then I'll be able to see all of the instructions, due dates, points, rubrics for the assignment. And this will be the same for Essay 2, Essay 3, and Essay 4. Each of them have an assignment sheet that includes all of the details. So this is the go-to place to start an assignment. You can't start writing an assignment before you read the assignment sheet, or you'll be really confused. So most of the assignment sheets have either a quick video with some questions or another way to check for understanding. As well, there are sample essays, and then you'll notice we're back into the discussion prompts, and then there's an assignment here. And this assignment is just a regular homework assignment that you're not going to submit to Blackboard. So you'll see I get that little pointy finger. I'm going to click there. Once I click there, this will take me to the submission area. So I prefer that you attach a file rather than writing the text submission. You can attach a .doc or .rtf or .pdf file. Be sure if you're using a Mac to save it is in a compatible format, which would be .doc or .pdf. And that will allow me to open it up and make comments to you. And then when you're ready to submit the assignment, you click submit right down here. And it will then appear in the gradebook. And this is the same for submitting the final draft too. And then finally, the only thing that isn't in Unit 1 or Unit 2 that is in Units 3 and 4 is submitting an assignment to the Google Drive folder for peer review. And you'll see here, there's that friendly finger. I'm going to click that, and this gives me all of the guidelines for how to share my draft on Google Drive and how to do my peer review. So now you've got the kind of overview of each of the units and the different types of assignments that you'll be seeing. And I think that you'll be able to do very well if you just approach it sort of chronologically and make sure that you're double checking the unit plan and the Blackboard calendar quite frequently to ensure that you haven't skipped an assignment or missed a reading or anything like that. So once again, I'll remind you, you can work ahead as far as you possibly can, and you are welcome to work ahead as far as you possibly can if that's something that interests you, or you can go at the pace of the course. It's going to be a quick pace anyhow, because again, this is a summer class. But I also want to tell you that if you have questions or problems or concerns, I'm really here for you. So all you have to do is shoot me an email, and in most cases, it will take me 2 days to get back to you, but typically it's much faster than that because I'm constantly checking my email. So I'm really excited to get to know each of you and work with you on your writing and see you develop this summer. So if you have any questions, once again, please don't hesitate to let me know. Happy writing!